Hello, everyone. Today's chess puzzle. It features white with a queen on f6,
All right.
a pawn on a4, a knight on d4, a pawn on b3,
Uh-huh.
a bishop on d3, a pawn on h3, a bishop on b2, a pawn on c2, a pawn on f2, a pawn on g2, a rook on d1, a rook on e1, and a king on g1. Black has a rook on d8, a rook on f8, a king on g8,
Uh-huh.
a bishop on b7, a queen on c7, a bishop on e7, a pawn on a7, a pawn on a6, a pawn on e6, a pawn on e6, a pawn on g6, a pawn on b4, and a knight on f4. Let's get this going.
Okay, so looking at the board here, white's queen on f6, that's, that's kind of staring down black's king side.
Right.
That g7 pawn is a major weakness. If
Yeah.
that falls, black's king is going to be very exposed.
I see what you mean.
Um,
Yeah, black's knight on f4
Yeah.
also looks a bit precarious.
Yeah.
Feels like white has a lot of potential here for a quick attack.
Absolutely. White's pieces are very well positioned for a coordinated assault. That knight on d4
Right.
is ready to just spring into action, supported by those bishops on d3 and b2.
Yep.
Black's pieces, on the other hand, seem a bit disjointed.
So how can white capitalize on this? What's the best way to launch this attack?
Well, the most tempting move is to immediately go for the throat with queen takes g7.
Right.
But there's a more elegant,
Uh-huh.
more decisive way to win this.
I'm intrigued. Let's hear it.
The answer is queen to g7.
Queen to g7. But doesn't that just give black a chance to capture the queen with their king?
Precisely.
Okay.
Black is almost forced to take the bait and move their king to g7.
Right.
But this is where the trap snaps shut.
Okay.
White then moves their knight from d4 to f5,
Oh, wow.
attacking the black king, forcing it back to g8. Now, white delivers the knockout blow knight from f5 to h6. Checkmate.
Wow, that's a beautiful sequence. I completely missed that initial knight move to f5.
Yeah, it's a subtle move,
Yeah.
but it sets up a devastating attack. This puzzle really highlights the importance of thinking ahead and anticipating your opponent's responses.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening.